everyone, welcome to the week 2 roundup. As you can see, I'm no longer in Hong Kong. I'm in the high desert of New Mexico in the US, just before my annual conference in Albuquerque. So we're here to look at the home of Coelophysis, that early theropod dinosaur that we've mentioned already in the course. So this is a rather historic place. It's called Ghost Ranch, New Mexico, because we find lots and lots of these Coelophysis specimens. And in fact, in New Mexico, the state fossil is actually Coelophysis. So in the next 2 days, I'm going to be learning a bit more about the localities where famous fossils have come from, because I've actually studied quite a few of these dinosaurs, but never been to the place itself. So it's rather early here, actually. I'm kind of working off my jet lag. But I thought I'd take the opportunity to answer some of your questions. So in week 2, in terms of T-Rex and things, people were talking about maybe the early relatives. We used a comparison with Velociraptor because that's a rather small theropod dinosaur. And we use that just to give you an idea of the size of early tyrannosaurs. So they start off being very small, very generalized in their body plans, and then later on they become bigger and bigger. So an animal like Eutyrannus is kind of halfway between getting to the size of something like T-Rex. So they get bigger and bigger through time, and what we see is their arms actually get smaller and smaller through time. And we mentioned last week about how these are vestigial structures. Another thing that was mentioned was to do with bone histology. So how do we know, for example, how old Gigantoraptor is? Well, we cut up specific bones usually in the arm, but sometimes in the legs, because if you cut those bones open, they look like tree rings, and you can actually count the rings to find out an estimate for the age of the dinosaur when it died. I'm not going to say too much about that because later in the course we have a specific lecture which my colleague in Beijing goes into more detail about bone histology. So I thought I'd just answer those 2 questions that were kind of neat from the discussion, and hope you enjoy obviously week 3 of the course. My conference starts tomorrow, so hopefully in week 3, where you hit the roundup video, you'll be able to see me in the conference among some of my colleagues and students. So until then, have a great week 3, and I'll leave you with some footage that we've been taking out in Ghost Ranch, New Mexico. So see you next week.